guys, it's Kelly at Lost Girl Tarot. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, and long time no see. So I have been taking a break from YouTube for quite a while. I came back for like a month and then I disappeared again, so I apologise for that. But I am feeling a lot better in myself and a lot more capable of content creating and all that kind of stuff, and interacting with YouTube and all that other kind of social media stuff. So I feel ready, I feel good, and I thought I'd come back with a tag today. So I'm doing the top 11 current favourite decks tag by Amethyst Ascension. I've been loving seeing what everybody's current favourite decks are and how they integrate them into their practice. And it just seemed like a whole lot of fun to come back here and talk about things that are currently really interesting us, really intriguing us, and I'm just really excited. So I'm sorry if I'm feeling a little bit out of breath and things like that. I have got a little bit of a cold today, so I'm not enjoying that very much, but we'll see how far we can go. So first deck I want to share with you lives in this little knitted pouch that I made. I made this a very long time ago, that's why it's like massive. And in here is, of course, my pride of joy, my Wild Unknown Tarot. So this one is my current favourite deck. Oh, it still has my Two of Cups on the front. This one is a forever favourite of mine. Like, it's always up there. It's always getting some use somewhere along the line. I still want to go back and properly study this deck at some point because it's just absolutely gorgeous to me. It was one of my first tarot decks like ever, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the colours, the style. I learnt tarot with this deck, you know, so it just has a lot of sentimental value, and I still use it whenever I can. I have 3 copies of this deck. I have the original, I have the new one with the updated Justice card, and I also have the mini. So at some point in my practice I will be using one of the Wild Unknown decks. But I'm sure you've all gotten used to seeing this deck by now, so I won't dwell on it for too long. But it just feels like home, you know? If opening this deck up and looking through the cards, even if I'm not even doing a reading, like just pulling a couple cards, it just feels like coming home to me, and I love that. This one's relatively new. This is the one with the updated Justice, so it's it doesn't get as much use as my older one does, but I still use it. So that was the Wild Unknown Tarot. Next up, I thought we'd dwell on a oracle. This is the Wild Whiskers Spirit Animal Oracle, and this is part of my nighttime practice. It's just so cute. I can't express that enough. These are the backs with the beautiful heart. And every card has the name, a couple of keywords, and a little statement. And they're all alliteration. So you've got courteous crab, grounded goat. What other ones do we have? Observant octopus, happy hedgehog, stuff like that, you know? It's part of my bedtime practice, and it's just a gentle nudge in the right direction, you know? Like, it doesn't, some tarot decks, they tend to like slap you in the face with the meaning, you know what I mean? But this one, this oracle, like, it's just a gentle nudge in the direction you should be going in. It's like it's holding your hand and guiding you the right way, you know? And I absolutely adore it. It's just so beautiful. Resourceful rabbit with cunning, friendliness and optimism. So sweet. And there is an otter in this deck, so you may or may not know, depending on how often you've been on my channel, otters are my favourite animal of all time. And if there's an animal deck, it has to have an otter in it. And this one does, so it makes me very, very happy. Adaptable armadillo. But yeah, it's just a gentle nudge. It's very sweet. Lovely little short message just before bed. And I adore it. So that is another current favourite deck of mine. I'm really enjoying the bedtime practice that I've created with this deck. And it just makes me really, really happy. Next up in this little pouch is another quick tarot deck that we're going to get through. It's my yellow box Rider-Waite. And the bag is a little tight, but I tried my best. So this is my study deck. We've all seen the Rider-Waite, so I won't dwell on it for too long. But it has the classic picnic blanket backs that I call them. And I have been studying with this deck at the moment, so reversals might be put in with this, so I apologise if they are. But this is my study deck. I take it with me everywhere. Any chance I have to pull a few cards, I will do so. And it's just been really fun going back to like a traditional Rider-Waite and integrating colours, reversals, anything I can into my practice to study it a lot more and truly take the time and the patience to look at every card and really study every single card. It's just been a really lovely practice that I've been doing lately. And that's all I have to say on this deck, honestly. Like, it's just a current favourite because I love tarot. Like, we're all here because we love tarot. So I have to include a Rider-Waite somewhere along the line there. And that's that. Another favourite of mine currently is the Cosmic Guidance by Annie Tarasova. This is an oracle deck and it's another independent deck. And I am obsessed with this. Like, it's got these gorgeous like silver edges, these beautiful backs, and it's just stunning. It's just absolutely stunning. I love the colours, I love the illustrations, I love the keywords. So we've got lesson, speak up, remember who you are, return to the roots. This is another one that I go to if I need another gentle nudge. Like, I do tend to go towards like oracle decks if I need a gentle nudge, and more tarot if I need something that will just say it as it is to me. You know, but I do have some tarot decks that have that gentle nudge, but oracle is usually better for that kind of thing for me. But this one in particular has been really, really wonderful to me. I love the keywords. Like, I love like the little statements underneath the keywords as well. So for here we've got growth is overcoming limitations. Breathe, create space within. I don't like this card, won't I? It's a bit scary. Happy endings, end of a chapter. It's just something that I'll pull a card at the end of the reading just for a final wrap-up message, or I'll pull it first. It's usually either first or at the end, and base my tarot reading around it. And it's been a beautiful practice to do, especially with this deck. And if I remember correctly, every card has a meaning, an exercise and an affirmation, and those affirmations have been really, really helpful. Sometimes I'll do the exercises as well, so like go for a walk in nature for gratitude, or journaling for some of them have like journaling exercises and things like that. Those have been really, really good. But I've just loved this like gentle nurturing practice. This is definitely a deck for like self-care practices, you know, so I've deeply enjoyed that. So that's another current favourite of mine. How many have we done now? We've done 4. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. So that is the Cosmic Guidance. Another tarot deck that I have that I've made this really crappily done flap is the Luminina Tarot. So this is actually my most recent tarot deck that I bought, I think. And out of this list, I mean. And I'm obsessed, guys. I'm actually obsessed with this deck. Like, the illustrations are stunning. Like, look at this for the 4 of Wands. Like, that's just beautiful. And the court cards are gorgeous as well. I love the illustrations for the court cards. And it's just been... It's a very gentle deck. I keep saying that for all these ones at the minute. But this is a very gentle deck. It'll say some really powerful messages. But it'll do so in a way that you're not daunted by them. Like, you're kind of just like, yeah, I feel that, without necessarily being like, what am I trying to say? It's like, they don't slap you in the face with the meanings and be like, get your life together, sort yourself out. It'll be something nurturing, something gentle. It'll be more of like a suggestion, you know, and I really need that sometimes. Like, yeah, it's all well and good to tell you what you need to know, but sometimes you're feeling vulnerable and you need something that's a more like softer message, and this deck is perfect for that. Like, the illustrations are just so lovely. Like this one, the 8 of Swords, is usually quite a scary message, you know, but like the softness of the illustrations just makes it like not quite as scary, you know. Like, this, obviously the 8 of Swords is all about feeling trapped and feeling scared, but you can see that very clear gap between those swords, and that little mouse, I think it's a mouse, is absolutely easily able to get through, and he's not injured, he's not hurt, he's just trapped, you know. Something about it, I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well, but it's a soft message, it's a gentle message. Like the 3 of Swords here, it's a rose, you know. Like, it's just wonderful. I adore this deck. And I've only had it in my collection for a few weeks now, but I'm obsessed. So that is the Luminina Tarot. It is mass market, so next one we're going to go back to Oracle for a little bit, and I have the Solitary Witch Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen a few posts of me about this deck, because I use it quite often and post it online. But stunning deck. Like, these illustrations are just absolutely gorgeous, and I'm obsessed with them. So this one it's very themed. Like, although it does only have a statement, and sometimes the statement you do have to go resort to the guidebook, because you have things like her Book of Shadows. What does that mean? But I do absolutely adore the illustrations, and I don't mind going for a guidebook if it's Oracle, especially not one as beautiful as this. And it has like such gorgeous statements, like, she is 1,000 flowers, the crone in winter, Yule's night. I pull a few cards before I go to my... I go to like this tarot event once a month from now on. And I pulled a card just before my session, and it was so powerful. It was so gorgeous. I think I posted that on my Instagram, so you can go check that out if you're interested. It's the same name as here. Transcendent amidst the everyday. Like, obviously straight up at first glance, like, I have no idea what she's talking about, but the guidebook is actually really, really helpful for this kind of thing. And it has like quite lengthy passages for every single card. They have reversed meanings as well, which I thought was really interesting for an oracle deck. So you have like kind of like almost like a story of like what she's actually doing in this card, and then it has the meaning and reversed. It's just really, really wonderful. And it gives you like, the meanings are usually about like, say her book of shadows, the card her book of shadows that we had earlier. It's literally like to journal, record your dreams, keep a book of shadows. It's necessary to record that kind of stuff, you know, like it's almost like suggestions of what to do for your practice, which I find really, really cute. I will admit, I do wish the illustrations took up the whole card. Like, I'm not a fan of these borders, but I don't mind. I don't mind. It's so cute. It's just so cute. She sleeps with the stars. Like, how gorgeous is that? This video is literally just me gushing about a load of cards, but what do you expect? And the backs are like your classic pentacle. Love it. So that was the Solitary Witch Oracle by Lucy Cavendish, and this is another mass market. It's a Blue Angel, and I love Blue Angel cardstock. Yeah, Blue Angel. I love Blue Angel's cardstock. It's just fantastic. The next tarot deck that I have to show you is the Wizard of Oz, and it's an Insight Editions, but I adore this deck. It's like one of those like novelty tarot deck type things that are going around right now, but guys, I'm obsessed. So I use this deck for a very specific practice, and this is my inner child tarot deck. I have a tarot deck dedicated to my inner child for whenever I need a conversation with her, whenever I need to sit back, reflect on who I am, and find love for myself again. I go to this deck because as a child, I was obsessed with the Wizard of Oz. Like, I wanted to be Dorothy as a child. But this deck is gorgeous, and it's actually really, really well done. I love the colours. I love how it goes from black and white to colour. I love the backs. I love the messages in the guidebook. It's really well written. And I've been doing quite a lot of inner child healing at the moment. I've been working with professionals like therapists and things like that. And I've also been doing work at home with my spiritual practice. And I'm just obsessed. I'm just absolutely obsessed with this deck. I think it's really well done. I think the guidebook is actually really good as well. For example, you have upright and reverse meanings. It also tells you about the character in the card, and there's some good spreads. So you've got the companion spread. Okay, 1 second, guys. Let me just gush about this for a second. Okay, so you got the companion spread, which is the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion. Very, very cute. So for the Scarecrow, the first card shows you a crow's eye view of what's stalling your progress. So cute. And then the Tin Man is, let this second card bring someone who thinks with their heart and reminds you that your feelings are valid. What? Like, how adorable. And then the Cowardly Lion is like how to replenish your courage. And then you have the Wicked Witch's Diary. Like, this is really fun. It's just really fun. And then the Twister, like, how cute is that? Like, it's just such a well done deck. I think this is like the best one that I found by Insight Editions. I don't know if Insight Editions did the Supernatural Tarot, but this one is so well done compared to the Supernatural Tarot. This is what I wish the Supernatural Tarot was, you know? Because it's full illustrations, no pips. Like, death is the hourglass. Like, that's so cool. So cool. And the Lovers is the Kindred with the Good Witch. I can't remember her name. It's been so long since I watched. And the World, oh, it's like the door. Okay, I'll stop gushing about this deck. But if you're a fan of Wizard of Oz and you've been umming and ahhing, like, I think this one is phenomenally well done. Like, it's my favourite one of the Insight Editions. And I've been using it for my inner child. So it obviously has sentimental value in that aspect as well. So that is that deck. That was the Wizard of Oz Tarot. I have been umming and ahhing about a few other of their decks. Like, they've got, at the minute, the Mean Girls Tarot, but I'm not really a fan of Mean Girls. I think it aged quite poorly. But they've also got Back to the Future, I think, and Stranger Things. I've been looking at those too, but that's irrelevant information. But yeah, so that was the Wizard of Oz Tarot. The next deck is a US Games deck, and it is the Find Your Magic Tarot. So this is another mass market. I will admit, I absolutely hate the box, but the contents within is the important bit. And it comes in a little tuck box. I might just keep the tuck box, to be honest, but then the guidebook doesn't fit with the tuck box, so I'm gonna have to crochet a bag. I think that's the best way forward. And this is a stunning deck. I don't know who made it. It was Julia Manzi and Sarah Rutledge. Very, very good. It's so beautiful. Like this 10 of Swords with all the broken mirrors, and the 6 of Cups with all these coffees and cakes and stuff. It's like a blend of fantasy and modern day mundane stuff. So you have like these fairies in the deck, but then, and like they're teaching witchcraft here. That's really cute. But then you also have like mundane stuff like gardening and things like that. I think it's all about like finding the magic in the mundane, and I really enjoy that. It's really beautiful, and the illustrations are gorgeous. Like, this Lovers card is stunning. Like, there's a lot of body diversity, there's a lot of gender diversity, age diversity as well. Look at this Fool. Oh, she's gorgeous. And I really appreciate that in my decks. Especially body diversity and gender diversity, they're very important to me. So I love finding decks that do that to represent my practice. Sorry about that, guys. What else can I say about this deck? I'm not a fan of the backs. I think the backs are very, very plain compared to the actual illustrations. And they can be a little bit like shiny and slippery, so I'm sorry if it doesn't show up on camera very well. But gorgeous. Oh my god, the star, and she's in like a hospital bed. That hit, it's just really hard hitting. The messages are really beautifully written. I love the guidebook as well. It is quite small, the guidebook. I'll see if I can find it for you. Find out what I mean. So these are the messages. They're very small, like succinct messages, but they are written really, really well, and it's a good, easy reader for that kind of thing. Like, if you're a beginner, it is an easy reader. If you do read reversals, there isn't a reverse meanings in them, so you might have to seek other things if you want to do reversals and you're still studying. but it's still really good, you know. It's a lovely, lovely deck. Oh, the Eight of Wands with all the witches flying and everyone's like celebrating that. That's gorgeous. The Knight of Wands. Oh, I just love this set. This set just makes me happy. Like the sun, this sun card is gorgeous, and it has like a disabled representation as well. Very, very stunning. I love this deck. That was the Find Your Magic Tarot, and I definitely think I am going to have to make a bag for this deck because I cannot be putting up with this every single time I'm trying to show it off on my channel. Like, multiple boxes, it's just unnecessary, you know, especially if it comes in a top box inside. Like, I don't mind the big boxes, but if it comes in a top box and then you have to put it in another big box, just seems a bit irrelevant to me, you know, like it's not necessary. But yeah, I'll stop ranting. The next deck I have to show you is another tarot, and this one is independent. This one is a current favorite, but I haven't used it for a while, which makes no sense, but I will explain. So I use this deck for a very specific practice. This is my Hermes deck. Hermes has claimed this deck as his own, and I'm personally fine with that because I think the colours match him. I think the art style goes with him very well. It just gives off Hermes vibes, you know? And I haven't actually communicated in a while because I have been unwell and I have felt very disconnected from my practice, but I am coming back into my practice a bit more, feeling more at home there, which is nice. And this deck will be used again. I just need to get my altar set back up because I'm in between houses at the moment. Useless piece of information for you, but I am in between houses, so I find it hard to set up an altar to then be away from the altar at different periods. It's confusing, I know, but maybe I should get a portable altar and just set up a portable altar for now so I can take it with me places. I do have one. I should probably do that. There we go. I've solved my issue. I've solved my problem. But about this deck, it's a very, Hermes' voice comes through with it for me, and he has a very nurturing voice, but he has very powerful statements. So it's very powerful, but said in a very nurturing tone, I should say. And this deck is perfect for that. I find it a really clear reader. It's very concise. It doesn't come with a guidebook, so I'm really happy that I'm able to read it so clearly. The illustrations are just gorgeous, and the colours they use is just, it's beautifully done. I'm obsessed. But I do need to use it a bit more often, and it's a goal of mine. So I put it in this video because I felt it was really important to do that. To like make myself commit to it, you know? I do need to put reversals in with it though, because I have started to read with reversals. So a lot of my decks aren't doing that at the minute, so I need to rummage around and put reversals in all my decks. I'm very chatty in this video today. I've just missed this. So that was the Inkwitch Tarot deck. Next is number 10, this is. So this, we have one more after this one. And this one isn't tarot or oracle. It is the Tarot Spreads Year deck, an inspiration deck for getting to know yourself. And I use this often. So I do have some old videos of me using this deck in a series called Tarot Toy Box, in which I basically just do like a general spread. But I pick my spread out of these decks. So this deck is actually split into 4 sections. It's growth, care, shadow, and change. And what this deck basically does is it has a spread on the front for you with the meanings on the back. I'll put it like this so we can see a bit clearer, because I don't know how to show this off very well. Like I said, I've used this for Tarot Toy Box a few times. I'm not sure if I made those videos public. Oh dear. But Tarot Toy Box is basically where I give a little deck reading, you know, do a little reading on camera so you can see, and I use these cards to pick a spread to do so. I love that practice. I thought it was really, really fun. And these spreads that they give you are usually quite short. I don't think they ever do one bigger than 5 cards. And oh, tell a lie, there's 6 there. And they have really, really good spreads. They're fantastic spreads. I've had some really amazing results with them, and it's good for like sometimes if you just want to play with your cards but you don't know like exactly what to do. You know, you don't have a message in mind, you don't have a practice in mind. Just pull one of these, you know, pick a genre of spread and then just pull one randomly and just play, you know. It's really good for that kind of thing. I've had fantastic results with it, and I just love this deck. I think it's really cute. The care ones, the care section is my favourite, and I'm a bit daunted by the shadow ones. I haven't used those yet, but change is really good as well, and so is growth. It's just a fantastic deck, you know. So that was the Tarot Spreads Year Inspiration deck, and I love it so much. So the last deck I have to share with you today is another tarot deck, and it's another mass market. There hasn't been many independent decks in this because I think only 3 have been independent, because I haven't got as many independent decks that I have mass market. But that's no problem, you know, it doesn't matter what your deck is really. But this is the Once Upon a Time Tarot. And this is my partner with the Wild Whiskers that we saw earlier, Oracle. And this is another one of my bedtime practice. So here's the backs. And it is basically the cutest little tarot because it's low scarabeo, so the decks are usually quite small. And it's just a fantasy world with these adorable little characters. Like the moon is like Red Riding Hood. It's so cute. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's perfect for a bedtime practice because the messages are very succinct in the guidebook. And it's a very clear reader. It's just a very powerful reader, but very short messages, short and sweet, you know? Which I think you need at night, because I don't know, I go to bed when I'm like exhausted and I just don't feel like interpreting a massive reading, so I just pull one tarot, one oracle and work with that, and I usually get very clear, short and sweet message that I can take with me to bed, and I have no problem doing that. Because when you're tired, you don't want to do like a 5-card reading with like this very difficult to interpret deck. You just want something short and sweet, gets the job done as it were, and then you can just go to bed. And I love that. Like the Hangman's Pinocchio, how adorable. Like these are gorgeous cards, and they're mass market, so they're like easily accessible to get, and I just think they're beautiful. So like the swords are all like fairies. And then you have the pentacles, which are like these mushroom people. And then the wands are like fire and like dragons and things like that. And then if I can find the cups are all like mer people, which is really, really adorable. So you have that element in play with the suits as well, which is really fun. It's just really clear reader to me, and I just love the characters. I love the art style, and I just think it's super, super cute. Oh, flying! My cards are flying all around the place. Oh no, what's happened here? There we go. So that was the Once Upon a Time Tarot, and that is all 11 current favourite decks. And I had so much fun doing this tag. I'm doing a little return to YouTube. I really missed it, you know. If I put some of these decks on the table. There we go, I think that's all I can fit. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Amethyst Ascension for making this really fun tag. I still found it so difficult to just pick 11. I wanted to share like my whole collection with you, but that would take like hours, and I don't have the energy for that right now. But this was such a fun tag. I had trouble finding 11, but I think I made it. I think I managed it. And there were so many more that I wanted to share with you, but hopefully in the future I will do so. And so thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy this content. It keeps my channel going and growing. And I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Thank you. Bye.